Okay.
Congrats. What do you think?
It's fun. It's good. It is relaxing and also stressful. I don't think that if I was playing it on my own, I would beat it.
Like, is it that confusing to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, the ending's pretty silly. I honestly, the first time I saw the ending, I kind of went, really?
Because of the vacuum?
No, because it says the beginning instead of the
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that made me roll my eyes a little bit.
I was like, okay, guys.
But it's also fitting for what the game is and how it's been the whole entire time. It's like, you're reborn. Or you just, like, start again. You know, it's like you're in this vicious cycle and you're stuck in this hellscape, basically, where you, like, can't get out of it anyway. So it's like it says that it's the beginning because it's, like, trying to give you that sense of, like, being stuck and...
Oh, that's interesting. Most people interpret it as just being born. This is
no,
what
it's
being born is like.
This is the beginning again. You're like at the beginning of the game. You're stuck in this hellscape. Now you know who created it and you can play it again and you'll understand like why you're trying to get through because you're like trying to escape from this giant monster that's like building this thing and like it's killed every other being.
That you know about.
Yeah, that you know about. You haven't run into a single other being because there's a giant vacuum that attacks living creatures.
I think that's... I was trying to vacuum. I think that's looking into it a little too much. I really just think they went, we should put the beginning at the end. I think that's what it was. The level called Interlude is the one right before the ending of the game. Everything about the game is like the opposite of what you want it to be. Like it just feels wrong to traverse. Good game though, right?
Yeah, the puzzles are very interesting. It's very, like, visually pleasing. I could definitely see myself spending a lot of time just, like, exploring the space. But since we were streaming, it was more like, let's get from point A to point B. But yeah, it's fun. The way that it plays with light is super interesting and fun to watch. It does feel, like, very artsy. It puts me, like, in an artsy mood, which is nice.
Yeah.
For me, I like that kind of thing. Yeah, and the gameplay itself, I like that it didn't rely on, like, shooter stuff or, like, it wasn't heavy on platforming or anything. Like, there were definitely moments of platforming, but it was mostly just walk around, figure out these puzzles. The puzzles were all really smart. Like, the way that they used light and stuff was really neat.
I guess we'd call them puzzles, right? It's usually just, like, moving lights and figuring out where the next hallway is.
Yeah, but you get trapped and stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta puzzle your way out.
It's not what I think of when my brain goes, what is a video game puzzle, you know?
I think of this as like a puzzle game.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I think of it as a first-person platformer.
It's barely a platformer, I think.
I think it has more, like, moment to moment it is a platformer.
Just because you're
literally walking around, jumping around.
You're on platforms.
Yeah, and like a lot of it is jumping. Like, a lot of it is jumping
True.
from platform to platform, which is a platformer.
Yeah, and like when the wind blows you.
Yeah.
But that's more of a puzzle.
Yeah, but it is based around the platforming.
True.
It's usually all based around the platforming.
I guess.
Figuring out where to go. Oftentimes even putting it down to skill. This part's, you just have to jump it correctly. You have to be a pro gamer, dude.
That one part was not fun.
A lot of parts. There's the part in the beginning where you have to follow the light up the giant spiral.
Yeah.
There's a part where you have to jump from the giant worms that are climbing down.
Yeah, good game. Highly recommend it to people who don't have seizures from bright flashing lights.
Yeah. Otherwise, bad game. Very bad game.
Yeah, and...
Weapon, almost.
If you like being chill but also stressed, great game. But it's mostly chill, which is cool.
Alrighty.
Any final thoughts?
Not really. Nothing that we didn't say while playing it, basically.
Yeah, so I hope you watch the whole thing.
I like the sudden burst of orange at the end. That's my favorite part of the game, really.
With the sand?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right as I said, it's a monochrome game.
Yeah. I played it in like 2 days, so I played it one night for like 3 hours or whatever. I don't know how long the game is, but I played it for a while. And then I woke up the next morning and just played it again. And played it through. I think that helped the sand really hit when I got there.
Yeah.
So it was like hours and hours of just white, and then I got to this desert and I was like, whoa, like that's so cool.
Right.